Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sony Cool and this is Gems of War. And today we're gonna be going over the Blue Tower of Doom with teams high, mid, and low, maybe even some scouting. I don't know, we'll see. We'll also be going over this holiday event, Magical Beasts and where they live, and the week's preview for Vulpacea, so everything else. Vulpacea, Underspire. I'll do a team for the holiday event, 3 teams for the Tower of Doom, a team for the Underspire for Vulpacea. I'll show the Soul Forge, Venki Drop Table, you know, all that good stuff, the Glory Shop. So, let's go to Vulpacea and run an auto battle so I can set up the stream. The Trials, 225. Let's go. This was much easier when Todd was actually good. Todd with the sports. Got fired. Haven't heard from him since. I heard he's living in a tent in California. Living in a tent. He's houseless now. He was a very famous sports caster. And now he's in a tent in California. Alright, let's go. Blue Tower of Doom teams, high, mid, low, holiday event, week's preview, Vulpacea, Gems of War live, 8/18/2025. Let's copy that. Paste it in. Got a thumbnail today. I've been not doing the ghost trains. I don't know. I need to do a poll or something. I feel like they're either confusing or don't do anything. But I was hoping it was like an extra notification for people. That's all I was, like, I'd have my everything ready, make sure I have a thumbnail, a title, all that, and then it's like an extra notification for you, but some people have been confused by it. Gems of War Tower of Doom. Gems of War Holiday. Gems of War Preview? I don't know. Gems of War Spoilers. How'd y'all do in Guild Wars? I went 20-0. 20-0. Kicking butt. I've been on it. I've been on my game lately. Especially with my teams. Of course, results may vary, obviously. You could run into the hardest teams in the game and just, you have no chance. That's what Guild Wars, that's what happens. So, there's a little bit of luck involved. I'm not saying I'm like a god of Gems of War and I just crush everything. Like, I could have lost 2 if I ran into like a triple Takshaka maybe or something like that, but 20-0, pretty good. Gems of War. How'd y'all do? Alright, save. We got, why does it always do that, man? It always takes away. I put the game, it just doesn't like it. Put the game in and then it doesn't. I think it does, but it just, like, maybe it's a visual glitch on my studio.
Mana Surge.
Man, I did a no commentary day 4 Guild Wars video yesterday, and I don't even. That's almost a failure as far as posting every day and streaming every time I'm supposed to. I'll give that a half credit. So I need to make up for that at some point before the month is over. I need to get another half credit in there somewhere to make up for yesterday. I was supposed to do a P99, but we had I don't know. We've been having IRL annoyances, kind of preventing me. Like, school just started, which isn't, you know, it's just part of it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's go to the chat and say hi to anybody that's here. Early birds. Early bird special. What is the early bird special anyway? Is that like eggs and toast and bacon or something? I've never had the early bird special. Dun, dun, dun. Hit that like, turn in your ticket to the train. If you don't, then you're jumping the turnstile. You're a hobo with a stick on your shoulder with all your belongings in a little thingy. We did really good last stream. That was awesome. We're at the gas station, slid it in sideways. Brand new pack of tidy whities. We're shooting fireworks out of our butt, you know, etc. So we did really good last stream. So that's where we're at right now. Hopefully we go ahead and not backwards, but you never know. It's an ongoing story. Tyrion Shark is here. Just you, apparently. Yeah. Maybe I need to do the reminder streams. You know, the reminder waiting room. I'm going to do a poll, I think, after this one today. See what people think about the reminder thing. I'll explain it all and then put some options. Like, you know, do they help or not? Yes, they help. No, they don't help, or they're confusing or something. I don't know. I need to think of some options for that. Can you go back to bed? I guess if you want to leave me by myself. 18 win, 2 loss. Dang, bro. Stumbled in, just happened to open YouTube at the perfect time for the start. Yeah, pretty much every Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, around 10:30 is when I start. I mean, that's another thing about doing the reminder. I pretty much stream at the same time every time I'm streaming, so unless it's somebody new, I don't know how it helps. You just have to remember one time. Alright, so I'm in the chat. And, alright, Tyrion's here. Maybe you'll win top fans, dude. It was cool to go 20-0 in such a difficult Guild Wars where I saw other people not going 20-0. And my guild was like using my team and going 5-0 as well. Like, I don't get much feedback. You know, I don't get too much feedback from, you know, sometimes I get more feedback than most people, but you know what I mean? Like, not as much as I would hope. Like, of people saying, I used your exact team and I went 5-0. You know? But in my guild, they're using my team. They can easily copy-paste it, so they were using it and they were going 5-0. So, I know other people were able to use it and go 5-0 as well, just people random in my guild. So, that's cool. Alright, let's get out of here. It wasn't just me getting lucky. Other people were also going 5-0 with my team, which has been a trend in the last few Guild Wars. Like I said, the only Guild Wars I've lost at all was the very first one. So I'm like, I think I am 79-1. I thought it sounded too crazy to be true. But there are 4 days, right, with 5 fights each day. That's 20 fights of Guild Wars, and we've had like 3 or 4 Guild Wars. So I think I am 79-1. But a lot of it is on video, on stream, so correct me if I'm wrong, because maybe I did lose somewhere that I don't remember. But I think I'm 79-1 in Guild Wars. So I was looking at the forum this morning, and people were talking about there's like the kind of the conundrum of you want to get the 18 wins to get all rewards, but you also want to score high so your guild wins. I almost think like the guild winning portion is better rewards than the single player like get 18 wins thing. But I want both. I got both, but I would hate to have to make that choice. Like, oh, I can't. You know, I'm either gonna have to fight the gate 5 times, get my rewards, or win and get all the gold marks and gold and stuff. I'd rather have the win Guild Wars win than the crappy Taloka shiny, you know? But anyway, let's go. Hey! We won every single day. So that was another thing. Great job, Guild. Good job. Ryzen Freaks. We are at top 25, I think, and we won every day. We faced, like, all the guilds we faced were in the, you know, top 30 also. So we weren't fighting any, like, you know, top 50s or something. They were all in the top 30, like, right around us, and we won every single day, so that was cool. More rewards, baby! Alright, let's go grab those. Let more people get here. Let me grab all my blinkies. Let's go to my guild. Come on, game's loading. Uh-oh, that's a rather long load there. PJ's here, Chad's here. I don't know what to do about this. There we go. Alright, I wanted to give to my guild first, so it's not as redundant. Guild. Plus I get to show this. So I always do basic tasks first, no matter what. So we're closest on red, so I'm going to complete that. And that's enough. Bang. And then let's, you know, grab our 1 seal. And just make sure Yep. Okay, gave my gold. Now I can go get my rewards. See what you get from being in a good guild. This should be your goal in the game, is to get into the best guild you can eventually. Don't get stuck in some crappy second guild you've ever been in. Don't be the big fish in the small pond for too long. I know it's fun. I know you got friends in your guild that you talk to every day. Just bring them with ya. No excuse. Come on. This is what you're missing out on right here. Bring them with you, man. Quit getting first place. That don't mean nothing. You want to be in a guild where there's people that are getting, you know, you're not getting first place. You want other people that are better than you in your guild. Alright, so that is just Monday morning. I think I'm going to get some more. But that's just Monday morning. Pretty good. Alright. Some orbs. Wow, I got all ingots. How rare is that? Hoping for some glories. Hoop! Oh well. Alright, 23 hours on that. Keep playing. I guess I stay in the Diamond League. I did play a little bit more than usual. That's cool, I guess. Let's get rid of all these blankies, then I'll make my Tower of Doom teams. High, mid, and low. We got Glory, Gold, and Ds. I'm going to do all three of those. And this is up there for no reason. For some reason, they put an exclamation mark on the campaign when there's nothing to do there. Alright, here we go. Let's go to the Glory Shop. There's always... I gotta quit forgetting stuff. Sometimes this troop is useful in the guild event. Always grab this. It's totally worth it. And let's get this thing fullied. We'll talk about it later. But I want to have it just in case. Alright, here we go. Tower of Doom. So this is one of those events that not a lot of people like, and I think it's mostly because it's confusing. Chad with a 2 and Tyrion with the 2. Thank you so much. Getting it started today. Turning up that music. Getting in line for our scratchers and our brewskis. Fart that. Like that. Thank you, thank you. Chad with a 2 dunking it. Tyrion throws it up in the air. Chad grabs it, slams it down. 360 dunk. Time to kick the tires, yeah. There's tires on this train, dude. It's a weird train. You know, we're obsessed with tidy whities as well. Alright, so Tower of Doom, we're going to over-explain it like always. Use the weapon. First thing, make sure you use the weapon on your team because you get more points. What's it like? It's like Invasion, where you use the Tower Killer. It's like the Raid event, where you use the Boss Killer. It's like the Bounty, where you use the Bounty Captain. It's like the Journey, where you use the Pathfinder. It's like the World event, where you use the Medal. It's the same thing. You use the Doomed weapon to get ×2 score. You don't have to use it in every single fight if you don't want to. It's just easier. I'm lazy. I just put it on a team, make a 3-person team. You put the weapon on the bottom. I don't expect the weapon to do anything except for give me more score. But you could only use it on the boss fights if you want. If you have 2 teams want to flip back and forth. I don't do that though. Tower of Doom. So you're gonna have scouts. This is a guild event. So it's one of the only guild events in the game where you actually have to pay attention and converse with your guild a little bit, or at least look at stuff that they're posting somewhere, whether it's your guild chat or some other external spreadsheet or chat. You're going to have scouts going up the tower, going in every single room, documenting what's in every single room, or else they're a horrible scout, lazy scout. So hopefully they're not just posting unlocks. Hopefully they're posting every single room. Because who knows? There's new people in the guild. They don't know who you are. Dirty Harry 69. Just because everybody else in the guild knows Dirty Harry 69 doesn't mean that the 5 new people know Dirty Harry 69. So you're going to have to post every single room. That way they all know that you're going in every single room. It's just like full disclosure. I'm going in every room. This is what's in every room. But the only rooms that you hit if you're not a scout is Unlock, Luck, Heroism, Fireball, Haste. That's what I hit. That's what I do. Now, your guild might tell you different. They might say, get the power or else you're kicked out of the guild. And then I guess you would get the power. Get the magic or else you're kicked out of the guild. I guess you would get the magic if you really want to stay in that guild that's doing something stupid. That would be my sign to go find a better guild, though. If they're demanding I get power and magic, I would say, well, that's my sign. I'm about to be looking for a new guild. A better guild that's not doing that. Because in this, boons are bad. Unless you're a scout. So, this person right here is most likely a scout. This person right here is most likely a scout. These people only have a 1 boon. I'm not going to talk about the people in my guild, but you know what I mean. If you have boons, you're doing something wrong. You're not following the scout's advice. You might as well say, screw you, scout. I don't care that you spend extra gems and you went in every room and spent extra time and you're trying to make it easier on me. Screw you. I'm going to get boons anyway. So you're basically just saying that. Something, screw that person is what you're saying. I don't care that you're showing me the exact path I'm supposed to go so I don't have to use as many sigils, since you have to use sigils on every single room. It's not like a delve where you just use sigils and you get to do the whole layer. No, you have to use sigils on every single room. So the scout's telling you, don't go in these rooms and waste sigils. Just go in these. And some people are like, F you, buddy. I'm going to get 50,000 boons. I don't care. So they're not following instructions. They're not a good guild mate. It'd be like facing the gate 5 times in Guild Wars, or going the easy route in Guild Wars. All you care about yourself. But in this case, if you care about yourself and you want to save yourself time and gems, you should follow the scout's advice. So it's the right thing to do, and it's the right thing to do for yourself. But yeah, Tower of Doom. So we'll see if they have scouted. Any questions, let me know. Looks like DC is scouting. Looks like Mycon is scouting. Alright. So I don't have to scout this morning. That's great. Alright, so we got floor 1, room 2, life. Room 3, attack. Room 4, attack. Room 5, unlock. So I'm only doing room 5 on this first floor. I do have to buy up in the shop first. This, you want to buy up to the weapon at least. We'll do that. Not that the weapon's good or anything, but remember it gives you ×2 score. So we're going to buy up to the weapon. And if you're in a good guild, right, where you're getting 400-something gems just for being in the guild and getting your guild tasks on Monday, you should reinvest it into the guild event, and you're not really missing out on too many gems. It's the point of, it's what you're supposed to do with the gems that you get from guild tasks. You're supposed to reinvest them into the guild event, not gain gems. So it's really not that expensive if you're in a decent guild. They pretty much give you the gems and then you spend them on this. Alright, Doomed Arbalist. Deal damage to an enemy +4 per tempering level. If they use blue mana, explode 3 blue gems. If the enemy has a doom, then gain a quarter of my mana back. It might shoot something here or there. Maybe. What's cool is we also get the enchant potion, the explode potion, more turns, and the weapon for more points. Alright, now I can do this. I was 5, right? The fireball scrolls you're going to want to save and use for later on in the tower. You're going to want to go to at least floor 26 so you can get all the weapon scrolls. After floor 25 boss, you no longer get weapon scrolls. So all you're doing at that point is helping your guild get to all rewards. Like, there's more rewards these days. It's a little bit harder. You have to score a little bit higher to get the extra rewards, like the shiny stuff and all that at the end. And you might have to go to floor, like, 30. If everybody's doing their part, you might still be able to just go to 26. But if some people aren't doing anything or some people aren't going very high, you might have to go to, like, floor 30. So I would just, like, go into it thinking you're probably going to have to go to floor 30. But 26 is where, like, is the smart spot to stop if you're able to stop there. Because you don't get anything extra after that, you know. And the leaderboard is terrible. So if somebody's going to floor 8, if you have a scout going to floor 80, I think it's a big waste of time. And they're just, you know, I'm just trying to help by telling them, you know, it's probably not worth it to go to floor 80. And nobody else is going to go to floor 80. You're going in every room all the way up to floor. Like, does that sound smart to you? Like, it doesn't sound smart to me. But people still do it, whether you tell them, like, it's unnecessary or not. They still go to floor 80, which also knocks if you're doing it in your guild chat, that knocks like floor 1, floor 2, floor 3 off the top of your guild chat. So it's like almost like a bad thing for them to be going to floor 80. They're going to keep posting every room, posting. Other people are saying stuff in between, posting. Eventually, they're knocking off all the, the first 10 floors, or the first 20 floors, and now everybody else doesn't know where to go because you're going to floor 80 like a maniac, where the leaderboard, if you win first place, it's a net negative, and you have to invest quite a bit, and everybody has to do quite a bit for you to win first place, so you're most likely not going to win first place. And then anything under first place is even worse. So you don't want to be winning the Tower of Doom leaderboard. So there's like no reason to go that high in the tower. It's a waste of time. You could be doing anything else, and it'd be, a better usage of your time. Even like treasure hunt. I feel like treasure hunt's a better use of your time than being on floor 80 in Tower of Doom. You know what I mean? Unless you're like carrying your guild on your back. But then that's another sign for you to probably not be in that guild anymore if you have to go to floor 80 just to get all rewards. Alright, we got blue as a restriction. Let's do a high level. I'm not messing around with this, so whatever. Chrysanthrax, maybe. But I'll also do mid and low. Alright, we gotta use the weapon. Upgradable. Right here. Let's upgrade it. Boom. Have anything cool? Drain 2 mana from blue enemies. Freeze the first enemy. Deal 5 damage to the first enemy. Eliminate 4 armor from the first... Hey, by the way, play the game however you want. I'm not saying you're... Yeah? Play the game however you want. I'm not telling you how to play. You can sit on the toilet backwards with your pants on. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Troops. Alright, what do we got here? I think Chrysanthemum... Why did I not put the weapon over there? Like, we need it. What are we gonna do, though? If we're gonna use Chrysanthrax, we gotta get it up quickly, and we have to use this weapon. So it's taking 1 slot away. Probably 50% started, because we got Mirage Queen. Right? Where's she at? It's just blue, right? So it should have the Mirage Queen. Where are you at? The Mirage Queen is a 50% start for Chrysanthrax. And we need a really good mana generator. That's blue. What is there that's, blue is kind of tough, right? Unless we do, like, Takshaka or something like that. I don't know if I want to do just, like, 1 Takshaka, though. I don't know if this is the best way to go or not. You got anything cool that's blue? We definitely need mana generation. I'm trying to think of something. Blue. Blue. We'll find it, whatever it is. Blue. Oh, I mean, we could, but I'm scared that it's not gonna have alignment with these. I want something more consistent. Timberwolf. It would get 50% started. But it's blocking on 2 colors. I'd have to put it in first slot. Bane of Mercy. So far, it's the best one. The one I like the most, though. Could look for an elemental. Oh, we got Princess Elspeth. We could sacrifice the weapon on purpose. Like, it doesn't have to. It just has to start on the team. You know what I mean? It might be the best way to go. Like, on these early fights. Gross. They're over there for now. I'm gonna keep looking, though. If you don't like that, then maybe Timberwolf 50% started in first slot. Or you can go with an empowered converter if you want to gamble on the alignment. We'll keep looking here. A lot of blue troops. It's a sixth of all the troops. Azura. She Elemental. Merfolk Mystic. Tesla's there for our mid team. Got Queen Beatrix. It's looking like we already got the move. I think Princess Elspeth is the move, especially early. We might switch out of it later. Alright, I'm gonna try this for a little bit. Like, I'm gonna, sacrifice our weapon. I'll put the weapon on the bottom. Maybe. Sacrifice it. I could even sacrifice Mirage Queen, too. I could. Both of these do their job at the beginning of the fight, so we don't really need them here after that. And we just need to get up Chrysantherax for real. I think for the early fights, I'm going to try this. Alright, we definitely want blue. And I'm going to try to get her up twice, maybe, so later. It's blue-yellow. And we could minus green, sure. Sure. What kind of class are we going to do, though? We could do Elementalist since we got Mirage Queen. A blue class, though, would be good. I mean, we're not even trying to get it up. We're not even really trying to get the weapon up, so maybe like Corsair. 2 bonus blue mana when matching blue gems. Snap, freeze, insulated. Deluge. I always think that says douche. Blue mana on top of blue mana. Corsair. Alright, I think this is the team. High-level team. Especially early. Now, if you're a scout going to floor 40, 50, you might not use this. But for everybody else, that... We'll see how it goes. But I think for everybody else, that's just flying through the first 20 floors. Like, this will be fine. You're not fancy enough for a hover train? What up, Yandy? Make my day, punk. I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah, I got kicked out of the... Remember, no, I was senior bashing, right? And I wasn't getting boons. And I would talk crap every once in a while. That was enough to get me kicked out. They switched guild leaders. That's what got me kicked out, really. And Mr. Extreme switched up on me when he said he never would. So that totally... He lost all of his credibility when he started sticking up for them instead of me. He's like, I got you, bro. We're both a-holes together. I can hear something weird in my headphones. You know I do. You can hear it in my rant. Red is the restriction for the next Guild Wars. That's cool. That's way cooler than like a Kingdom or something. Alright, let's go. See how it goes. Princess Elspeth is empowered. Now we're going to sacrifice our weapon. We could do Mirage Queen, since there's 11 red. I think I'll do that first. Chrysantherax. They're all dead. Unlock scroll. Do the boss. I need to do this for a couple of floors to make sure it's what I'm wanting to do. Right up. That's that Corsair probably doing that. All that extra blue. Explode potion, enchant potion, 50% start. All kinds of extra blue when we match blue. What got that Chrysantherax up first turn. Alright, floor 2. We got Okay, so floor 2, room 2 is armor, room 3 is armor, room 4 is unlock, room 5 is armor. So room 4 is the only one we're doing. We'll do this floor, and then we'll make a mid team in case you don't have Chrysantherax. Alright, didn't get up there. What do we got? 7 blue and 8 red. Oh, man. Let's take the purple. There we go. Alright, we'll fight the boss, and then we'll make a mid. Which, for blue, I can't help but probably use Tesla. Got 12 and 10. So if there's more red than blue, then do Mirage Queen. But if there's more blue than red, do your weapon. Alright, so that's that. Floor 3. 2 unlock, 3 armor, 4 armor, 5 haste. So I'm going to do 2 and 5 on this floor. Haste is like a free turn. You go into the room, you get a haste scroll, it gives you your sigil back, but it gives you a chance at a Vow Raven, which will give you more turns. So it's like no harm, no foul. Best case scenario, you get more turns. Worst case scenario, you just break even. It's a free room. So we're doing 2 and 5. Here's the team code one more time. This is your speedy, get to floor 20 as fast as possible team. Not saying a scout should be using this, but for the first like 20, 30 floors, maybe. Because you can always Princess Elspeth this, and then Princess Elspeth that, and get this up twice, and cast it twice, which will probably last a while. If you start losing Chrysantherax, then it's maybe time to switch your team. Alright, so let's take this off. Let's take this off. Might leave her on, I don't know. We'll see. You can always sacrifice that weapon. The weapon's blue. Princess Elspeth makes the color of the weapon. Everything in this restriction needs blue. So I think it's a good idea. I just don't know if I'm going to keep doing it super deep. But we're on Monday. So this is a Monday team. Check back with me on Friday, Saturday if you want to know.
Time to talk, I'm busy.
Tesla. Then we need either a mana generator, another one, or another damage dude. I think one Tesla's fine for now. So I might just go another mana generator, like an empowered converter or something, just hope it hits. Got this does brown to skull, this does brown to purple. Unless we don't have anything. Yellow to green. Purple to yellow. Okay, brown to red. Could do that. Got yellow to purple. Brown to yellow. Red to yellow. Purple to green. I think that's the only one. So Taipan would get up Tesla, we cast it, we win. If that doesn't happen, then we, you know, Princess Elspeth our weapon, which we'll put in last slot. Put Tesla in first slot for now. It's boosted by everybody, so it doesn't matter if she loses armor. Be the same thing. Something like that. Alright. Is the banner the same? I'd probably go with the same banner, maybe. If there's another blue... Well... I don't know. Blue, yellow, probably minus brown instead, just so it's not a color we use. That would be... This banner's saying... I might need to cast Princess Elspeth twice. The only problem with Taipan is if he does green. But he could do blue. I don't know. Yeah, so maybe we don't want to cast... Okay, I'm going to do a different banner. Because... Probably better off doing blue-red. Yeah. Alright. Still go Corsair. Extra blue, we don't care about getting up the weapon. I think that's it. Monday, get through the first 10 to 20 floors type of team again. Which could work all the way. We'll have to see. Should I change my Corsair at all? I don't know. Should I go deep? Oops. Do we need to make any changes? We got Hunt. Hunters mark a random enemy at 4 or 5 of kind. Snap, freeze. Freeze a random enemy. I'd rather have the offense right now, I think. 2 magic if using a dagger. Immunity to freeze. Okay. Pole arm. I don't think it's not a pole arm. It's like a crossbow, right? None of this really matters. Deluge. Bonus blue for sure. Rogue, Merfolk, Strix. None of that matters, I don't think. Except for Rogue. And we're on Rogue. Alright. Made like one little change there, I think. See how it goes. Tesla has lower mana cost, so should be easier to fill. Well, but it's not 50% started. I guess not. Just do this on this. Bang. Boom. We're hoping that happens every time. What'd I say, 5? I think it's 5. Haste. Okay, let's do it again. Bang. Boom. Peace out. Hey, scroll. Boss. Red restriction for next Guild Wars. So the team... Dude, I could do my Shagra team. We could see if it actually wins. My red elemental team. I could do that. I'm probably going to do that. You guys know my next Guild Wars team already. I just want to see if it can do it. That'd be the ultimate proving ground right there. I mean, it's not like undefeated. It's lost before. And there's probably better teams you could do with red restriction, but I don't know. I might just try it for fun. Not a lot of blue up there, but let's do it anyway. Got it. Put on your guard medals for this one. You could even do an Anu. Alright, floor 4. 2 is haste. 3 unlock. So we're doing 2 and 3. Let's put our Anu on. It'll help her get up. Oh, and I need guard too, huh? I mean, I really don't need it right now, but if you want to do that for now. And I already forgot. 2 and 3. Alright, we'll finish this floor with the mid team, and then we'll make a low-level team. Which cannot... I guess it could use Princess Elspeth, too. I don't know if I will. Extra turn, but did not get up? Are you kidding me? Oh, I gotta look for this more. Keep forgetting to look for it. What? I got a magic scroll from that. And now I'm gonna have a stinky boon. Somebody did it wrong. Up. DC. 2 is magic, 3 unlock, 4 life, 5 attack. Now I'm gonna have a crappy boon. Oh well. No big deal. It's an embarrassing boon on my score. Alright, Chad, have a good day, man. Hey, I finally got new shoes, everybody, for my birthday. I'm not walking around with holy shoes anymore. I like them, too. They're cool. Tesla. Unlock scroll. My birthday's tomorrow, by the way. Don't be saying happy birthday unless you're not coming tomorrow. I don't know. Floor 4 update. Now I'm confused. Okay, it's just that. Alright, last fight with this team. Gotta look for our Taipan. It's not there. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing that. I got Tesla, though, so I was overthinking it. But don't be like me and go straight for the Elspeth. Like, look for your Taipan first. If you don't have it, then do your Elspeth on your weapon. If you have your Taipan, that'll get up your Tesla without having to sacrifice anything. Alright, so this is, okay, 5. 2 haste. 3 armor, 4 unlocks. We're doing 2 and 4. Well, here is if you don't have Chrysantherax. Do this. We're just speeding through the Monday and the Tuesday and maybe Wednesday with this. And it might work the whole way, like I said. We'll see. Alright, low level means no legendaries, no mythics. Let's see what, could use Rowan. Might just go with the same thing again, just Rowan. And we have green now. Ooh, that's good. I don't know how long Rowan will work, but, for a beginner, like, you're not doing floor 40 anyway. If you don't have Tesla, you're probably not doing floor 40. So, we don't need Taipan now, though, so poop. We could do... There's other empowered converters, like Malcandessa. Let's see, Malcandessa would be okay. Look at all of them, though, again. Brown to purple. Purple to yellow. Purple to green. It's yellow and blue. That might be better because it would get up. Elspeth will get herself up so she could try again at least. Purple to green. Because Malcandessa, if we sacrifice Malcandessa, it could do purple, which helps nothing. Choke on my own spit. If we do Moonsinger, it could do yellow, which would get back up, like, loop her back up so she could try again at least. So I think I'm going to do Moonsinger. For reasons. Excuse me. That's the way to go. And I'm going to put her up here for now, but it's boosted by her armor, so you don't really want her getting hit. So if she starts getting hit, you move her down. And you could put Moonsinger ahead of Rowan. Like, that might be a better move. Alright, so if we have Moonsinger, we cast it, it gets up Rowan, we cast it, we win. If we don't have Moonsinger, we don't cast it, it's already got full mana. We use Princess Elspeth on this, and then all the blue goes to Rowan. So Rowan won't get hit like this. Might have been able to do that with the last team, too, like put Taipan in first slot. I don't like putting empowered converters in first slot. I'm not that type of dude, but in this case, it works. So yeah, that last team maybe put Taipan in first slot, now that I think about it. Might work. Except for the first team where we didn't use an empowered converter. See, you know, sometimes you tweak your team. Go stick with Corsair again. Our banner could be something else. We don't use red anymore. We do blue. We got 2 yellows now. One starts empowered. They both start empowered. We got 2 empowered, but I don't know. I think if you're ever gonna need to get something, get the damage dealer back up again, it might be this team. So I think I'll stick with this. I think we're good to go. No mythics, no legendaries. Can you believe we used Chrysantherax for the high-level team, Tesla for the mid, and Rowan for the low? Like, if you had to guess. That's probably what you would have guessed. It's a team code. Hunt, Insulated, Light Fingers, Backup, Deluge, Water Mastery. It's probably still fine. And I forget again. 2 haste, 4 unlock. Alright, let's see how it goes. It's our lowest level team, and it's as far in as we've been. Alright, do we have this? Purple to green. Check that first. No. Alright, so we'll do this on... Okay, probably just always do it on blue. Oh, we didn't get it. But we might have this now, yes, right? Nope, I'm an idiot. Right, not a good first fight. It'll be okay, though. Can't even remember. I think it was 4. If you have Miraji Queen, you could use Miraji Queen instead of... Yeah, if you have Miraji Queen, I would use probably Miraji Queen instead of Moonsinger. But this is our low-level team, so... I'm not using a legendary on it. Boss fight. Does Iron Gut come out from glory chests? Yeah, it does, but it's just really hard to get that one. Because every single mythic is in the drop table. So if you happen to get a mythic, you have like a 1 in 100 chance of getting Iron Hawk, so... Or, Iron Gut, sorry. So the better way to target Iron Gut... Depends where you're at in the game, first of all. If you're a beginner, you're using all your glory keys anyway and just hoping for Iron Gut. But if you already have quite a few of the legendaries and mythics, then it's going to be harder and harder for you to get one that you actually need. Because there's so many, and you already have a bunch. So you're going to keep getting duplicates of, like, Famine and like, Amnesia and, you know, mythics that you don't need 2 of. Because all of them are in that drop table. And there's, like, 100 plus mythics in that drop table. So it's really hard to just get one that you are looking for in specific. Just from like, glory keys, gem keys, guild seals. So at a certain point, beginning of the game, you just open them. Because you need everything. And you're just hoping. But later on, you're going to have to, like, save up event keys, save up diamonds, and then that's how you get Iron Gut. You'd wait for Zhejian Kingdom Week and throw event keys, or you would wait for Iron Gut to come through the Soul Forge and use your 4,000 diamonds on it. So it all depends where you're at in the game. If you're super low level, just open all your keys right now, because you need everything. Except for shiny keys and event keys. You can open all your glory, all your gold, all your gem, all your guild seals right now if you're a beginner. Because you need everything, so there's no point of holding them. But like shiny keys and event keys, you should save up, because there's nothing good in shiny keys. So save them up for when there is. And event keys you save up for certain kingdoms. You can only get troops from the Kingdom of the Week. So if you open event keys this week, you're going to get Vulpacea troops, which aren't very good. So you'll waste your event keys. Alright, take extra turns to get rid of these colors we don't want on the board. And then we look for this, purple to green. I probably should have looked for that first. We don't have it. Keep getting rid of colors we don't want, and bang. Ooh, we're already not one-shotting. We gotta get her back up. Okay, let's do... We could kill the Doom with this real quick. Alright. Wow, Rowan already not one-shotting. It's fine, though. You just get her back up, do it again. She'll hit even harder with less enemies over there. 2 unlock. Okay, we'll do 1 more floor with this team. No problem, Nailbin, anytime. No questions, or I'll answer any question about Gems of War. Sometimes people ask things I didn't even know was a thing, type stuff. Sometimes other people are scared to ask questions, and if you ask it, then they get to hear the answer too. So asking questions is a service to not just yourself. I get to talk about something, it helps me. Even if it's a softball, it still helps me because I get something to talk about, something to answer. And then there's maybe another person out there who's afraid to ask the question, or they're watching later, or they're lurking. So I love when people ask questions. Alright, do the boss, and then we're done with Tower of Doom for the day. If you have any questions about it, I know it's one of the most confusing guild events in the game, so feel free to ask questions. Hey, we got this for once. Bang. Ooh, I should have done... Do I have my guard medals on? I should, right? I'll have to check. Wah! Purple green. Once again, this is the low-level team. If you have to use this one, then you're just doing your best. Purple green. Nope. Alright, that was a little clunky. I might go all guard at that point. If I was gonna go again. Anyway, that's what I suggest. Use Princess Elspeth, Chrysantherax, Tesla. You know, definitely use the weapon that you get in the shop. But something like that for now. And then we'll figure out. If it starts to fall off, we'll figure something else out on Friday. But that's looking good for now. Especially the Chrysantherax and the Tesla ones. Okay, so that was Tower of Doom. Next up is the weekly preview. But we could look at the holiday event first, since that's something new and exciting. Chad running out there with Tyrion at the gas station, inside, buying scratchers, scratching them off, borrowing pennies from each other, winning, getting a free ticket, getting another one, staying at the front of the line, chatting up the worker. Everybody, there's a big old line, a big parade behind them. They don't care. Alright, so highest level is usually what you do here. Alright, so just to explain it in general, this is the holiday event. The point of the holiday event is to get the legendary and the pet. That's the point of it. But there's other good stuff here. If you don't have the armor, you should probably get the armor. It's going to be a while before it comes back. I already have it. They do repeat armor, so if you already have it, you don't need to get it again. But if you don't have it, might as well get it, because it's going to be like a year or so before you can get it again. The power orb is good if you can get that as well. I usually say go for the pet first, because the golden version of the pet is under this, and the golden version of the pet you can never get again, like never, ever, ever. Everything else up here you can get it again. And you want another pet for the kingdom, right? For Silverglade, a magic kingdom, you definitely want fully ascended pets from Silverglade, right? So if you buy this one until you get to the golden pet, this will give you you can fully ascend it. I'm pretty sure, unless they did that stupid thing where you need one copy from something else. But, which maybe, let's see. Is there anything, yep, it's over here, so. To get the, final. They didn't used to do this, but now they're throwing one of the pets over here. But here's, you gotta get this copy, which is pretty easy to do. Defeat purple enemies. They give you a whole week. It's probably it'd be hard to not get that pet, right? But that plus these right here, you buy this until it becomes golden. And once you see the golden version, you should have enough to fully ascend Cosmo's butterfly. So now you have a fully ascended pet from Silverglade. That was pretty much free. All you had to do was battles. And Cosmo gets more stats from that. pet as well. Cosmo is 16 yellow, purple, silver glade, beast, mystic. It's a legendary. It deals scattered damage boosted by umbral stars. Grant 1 to 3 random positive status effects to all allies. Kind of like a Luna. Kind of like a Luna. It creates an umbral star gem when matching 4 or more gems. That could be cool if you're looping. A yellow or purple loopy team. Could be cool. About like with Stellarix or something. I don't know. I'm not saying it's good, it's just kind of neat. It's kind of like Foxglove or Luna. It's not amazing, but it's kind of neat. It's kind of ugly, though. I don't like the true part for once. Anybody else think that's cool looking? I think that's kind of ugly. What is that supposed to be? A cat unicorn? Kind of like the first ugly true part I've seen in a while. But you want to get the pet first, then get the golden pet, because it never comes back ever again. Like, the legendary will come back. You can get this some other time, for sure. It won't be immediate, but in a month or 2 or 3, you can get this again, this legendary. This pet right here, you can probably get again. This armor will come back around in a year. You're getting orbs of power all the time, trait stones, pet food all the time. But the golden version of the pet will never come back. It hasn't yet. You know, maybe one day they change their mind, but as of right now, every single holiday golden pet has never come back. So they're very rare, and it's a whole nother pet for Silverglade that you can get on top of the one you fully ascended to get to it. Now you can use a minion orb on that golden pet and get another one fully ascended. Because the best thing to use minion orbs on are cosmetic pets like the golden pets. Because you're not going to be able to get it fully ascended off of pet rescues or any other way, so you pretty much have to use a minion orb on it. So it's the best candidate for minion orbs. Kind of like the best candidate for a major glory orb is mythics. The best candidate for major minion orbs are cosmetic pets. But yeah, get the pet first, then get the golden pet, then get the legendary, then get the armor if you don't have it, then get the power orb last. You should, if you want to get all that stuff, you should at least buy once a day here. If you already have the armor, though, and all you're getting is the pet and the legendary, I don't think you have to buy too much over here. It's only 50 gems. So you should play it safe, maybe, and buy for the first week the 50 gems. Like, I'll buy one right now, but I'm trying to figure out how many you have to buy exactly so I don't waste gems, and I haven't figured it out yet. But it's like how long is this going on? I clicked it. 13 days, so it's 2 whole weeks. So I think like for the first week you buy 50 gems, and then the second week you don't, or something like that is what I'm going to do this time, and then I'll let you know if it works or not. But, what do we need? Why does it keep eating my inputs? Stop it. Alright, so, brown restriction here. Guess I'll do, should I do high, mid, and low? Okay, so nobody's watching, what would I do? That's my high level team, you know? If nobody's watching, what would I do? Nobody's judging me. Try this, huh? Nobody's judging me. Brown. Purple? Class don't matter. I should probably do an Anu with this team. I need a Anu, baby. Definitely need an Anu for a Chrysantherax with 3 Caffreys. Nisha, eep. Nisha, Anu. Go back to Holiday. Alright, I can't do too many fights with this team because I only have so many turns. But highest level. Let's do it again. Then we'll do a mid. Alright, Chrysanthrax, you don't want to get up for me? There you go. Brown's always kind of weird, like a brown restriction. I used to like brown a lot, but nowadays, like, blue's better, green's better, purple's better, yellow's better, like, I think the worst these days is like red and brown, huh? I like to have a team, maybe not red, brown though. So do that, I guess. Mid. Take this off, that's all mythics. So now I'm trying to help people, and I'm not just doing my own thing. Some good, oh, Commander Donhart. Could do that with Sir Quentin Hadley. First thing that comes to mind. Oh, we got the Ruby Weapon, right? Oh. Alright, I won't do Ruby Weapon, but you could do Ruby Weapon. Like Ruby Weapon, Triple Caffroo, or, you know, if you don't have Caffroos, just... I won't do it. You could do Ruby Weapon, right? Isn't it blue, red, and brown? More people probably have this combo than Ruby Weapon, but I don't know. Where's this dude at? Sir Quentin Hadley. Alphabet. Alright, so we got this guy. He's going to do all the damage. He's a knight. He's boosted by armor, which is easier to get than anything else. And he'll 50% stardom. Weapon. We could do the wand. Or Essence of Evil or something. If you don't have wand, just do your favorite explodey weapon. I'd say Essence of Evil, though, so you're not using brown or yellow or something like that. But that would work, too. Whatever. And then what do we do for... could do an Empowered Converter or something. See if there's anything... Not sure. I mean, it could get up our could get up our wand. It's not gonna get up our Commander Donhart, but this does blue, this does purple, and that's all we got. So once again, you don't want him getting hit, so if he starts getting hit, you could put the wand in front of it, but for now, I'm not gonna do that yet. Brown, yellow. Purple's probably... Well, are we doing purple with Herald? Yes. We can do yellow, brown, minus green. Class. You could do knight if you want. That would help you with your yellow. Or you could do Titan to help you with your brown. If you need to level knight, do knight. But if you don't need to level knight, maybe do Titan. I think that's good. See how it goes. Hit that like if you haven't already. Need to get more people in here. It's Monday, man. My birthday's tomorrow. Where's everybody at? Not like it's crazy. It's just slightly light today. Slightly. We're usually in the 20s. I'm not paying attention to it. Alright, we'll do one more fight with this, then I'll try to make a low-level team. What do you think of for brown for low level? I probably should have looked at this. Blue to purple. Blue to purple. Blue to purple. This dude hits harder than you would think, and he doesn't have to deal with Submerge, and he gets 50% started, and he gets boosted off of armor. I think it's a dude some people forget about. You would use Guard's Avatar if you have it. Or you'd use Chrysanthrax if you have it, or you'd use Ruby Weapon if you have it. But this guy's down the line. He's like the 4th or 5th best option. Here's the team code. Magical Beasts Where They Live. They had to make it a super long title. That barely fits up there. You see that? Magical Beasts and Where They Live. They could have said, where magical beasts live. You know? Like, why do they have to do all that? They could have put an and, like, instead of and. They could have put, like, the and, the whatever, like, the symbol for and. Why did they, are they dumb? Magical beasts and where they live. First of all, you could put and instead of and, which would be 1 instead of 3. Second of all, you could put where magical beasts live, and that would take out and they. And it'd be the same thing, pretty much. But instead, they had put all that word salad up there and have to shrink it way down. What's their problem? And they got horrible troop art on that legendary today? Like, what's up? Alright, low-level people. What can we do for you? When I think of brown, I think of gargoyle, usually. You got Bork. Bork's a really good mana generator. I might have should have used this earlier. I always forget about Bork. Bork with Mechanist is a really good way to get other things up. I might switch to that, honestly. I don't know. What did we do? We did Chrysanthrax, Triple Cafru, and then we did Commander Dawnheart. Yeah, maybe on the Commander Dawnheart one, well, then it'd have a bunch of yellow and brown. I don't know. But Bork, remember Bork's here, basically. Bork. Gargoyle, Gargoyle. And whatever you got. Could do the Obsidian Librum. Or the Mountain Crusher. Yeah, I might even put that at the bottom. I think Bork's gonna handle most of the mana generation. These will be our damage dealers, and then we got it's a mana generating sandwich. We'll go with if we do Geomancer at 50% starts our Gargoyles, but if we do Mech at 50% starts our Bork, who's gonna get up the rest of the team. So I think I'm gonna do Mech. You could do Geomancer though if you want. It'd be also good. Alright, we got a whole bunch of brown, of course. And then I'm gonna go all in on the Bork getting up. Well, we're 50% starting the Bork. Maybe we go with the red. Alright, let's see how this goes. Should be good. Use Metal of Seasons with Gargoyle. Magical beasts and where they live. We had to spell and all the way out.
Mana surge.
Green extra turn. We need Bork up. Brown or yellow. If not, I guess purple.
Mana surge.
Brown or yellow, if not purple.
Mana surge.
Why'd I do red? Idiot.
Mana surge.
Alright, anyway. Oh, there's a huge red there I could have took, but it's fine. Go 2 slot. And then finish off whatever's left. Could also do Black Manacles, Ruby Weapon. Power up, because why not? This is one of those where I'm not 100% sure that picking highest level actually does anything, but it's one of those, like, it can't hurt. Picking highest level can't hurt. Powering up can't hurt. Doing lowest level and not powering up, I feel like would hurt eventually, but I'm not 100% on that, so... If you're 100%, then go for it, but I say highest level and power up. Yellow, brown, where you at, dude? He's trying to embarrass me.
Mana surge.
Give me no yellow or brown on those two fights. Cool.
Mana surge.
Alright. There we go. This might get up the other one. Nope. It's fine. Oh! You're gonna survive on me? You got both the book and the Bork. Do the book, because Bork uses brown. Anyway, that's my suggestions. I have to make 3 teams, and I restrict myself, so... I think if, you know, use Chrysanthrax if you got it. Use Ruby Weapon if you don't. Both of those are probably the best 2 things. And then Commander Don Heartguard's avatar will be up next. Stuff like that. For Brown. Alright, weekly preview time. I got that fan. I'm so hot. I put my shoes on for no reason. This headset makes me hot. I'm getting like these tiny headaches every day. I think it's like stress, tension headache, side of my temples, like very light, slight. I don't know. It's been like a while. Keeps happening. I don't really like today. It's not much. It's like barely there. I think I'm like looking for it today. Anyway, let's do it. Weekly preview for the week of August 18th, 2025. It's a Vulpacea week. Up all night. New epic troop. Spirit of Luck. Get this troop with glory from the awards tab of the shop. Magical beasts and where they live. Play the new holiday event and earn currency for the holiday store. Unlock a new legendary troop, a new pet, and even some new armor. So we went over both of these already on this stream. If you're looking for Tower of Doom, it was first. If you're looking for holiday event, it was second. Tower of Doom. Defeat Dooms to gain points for your guild. Build a team from a color blue and search for the Dooms. Tome of the Cursed God for 20 more days. Week of Vulpacea. All Vulpacea troops gain 10% to skills. War Gear also gain 10%. And bonus glory if you use Spirit of Luck in PvP. It's an ugly troop too. Like, both of them are ugly. I don't like it. I love all the troop art is so good in this game. 99% of the time. But so, like, is it just like, is Vulpacea just ugly or something? No, these are good. All these are, like, this one's kind of weird. But, like, these 3 are good. Yeah, I think it might be a Vulpacea problem. That guy's kind of weird looking a little bit. This is good. That's kind of weird. That's, That's good. That's good. That's kind of weird. That's good. You know? Look at this, though. Look at this week. Is that super cool? Like, one of the best troop arts they've ever made. It looks like a giant face, like a... What's that one movie with the thing that flies through the air and the little kid? Where's the other one? The other ugly one from this week. Maybe I don't have it yet. It's the legendary. What? Maybe it's not from Vulpacea. But anyway, ugly troops this week. It's this one. Look at that thing. It's got a big, juicy hiney, I guess. That's about it, though. Furries rejoice. Anyway. Let's go to the Soul Forge. Some people out there may have been waiting. I don't even know what's in here. Put the mythics in order. Let's see what the dragon is first, though. You got Topasarth. It's yellow. Okay. It's for Diamantina, though. That's the last one you're gonna want to do. Unless you already been doing it. If you have 4 or 5 troops for Diamantina, you might as well keep going. because Diamantina is good. Just gets thrown in the trash, though, after you get Stellarix and Chrysantherax, so if you only have 3 or less for Diamantina, you might be better off starting to go for Chrysantherax instead. So you might be out there, person out there, you got 5 out of the 6, you need this yellow one, craft it then, get your Diamantina. Don't keep opening eggs trying to get Topsarth, just save up 2,000, grab it here. Guaranteed instead of a scratcher. Alright, the Mythics. The Mythics are Guardian of Law, Pan, Phoenicia, and Voice of Orpheus. Phoenicia is probably the best one here. She used to be meta. She was Chrysantherax. Were you all around when Phoenicia was the meta? Fomag? We had Phoenicia Magma Dragon. We used that for like how long was that? Like 9 months or 6 months or a year? Where Fomag was the best team in the game. She hit the hardest. You just had to have a Storm, Red Storm. Magma Dragon would do that for you. So, but now, she's like Diamantina. Like, if you have Chrysantherax and Stellarix and Tesla and Ruby Weapon, it's hard to find a time to use Phoenicia anymore. So she's kind of fallen off a little bit. If it's your first Mythic ever, it might be okay. Because you can get Magma Dragon in the Underworld. You can make that team. You'll have a good team. It's still a good team. It's just like, she don't get used anymore if you have everything. But she's up there. She's not top 20. She's not top 30. But she's a A-, maybe? B+ tier Mythic. 24 green, red, yellow, Suncrest, Elemental Strix. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by red gems and burning enemies. If there is a firestorm, deal double damage. And Magma Dragon Storm counts as a firestorm. Magma Dragon also hits all enemies. So that's why they go good together. They're both elemental, I think. So you do like Mirage Queen with it and a weapon. Explodey weapon. So it's good. It's just like, you probably have something better these days, especially if you're high level. So Phoenicia is the best one here, though. And then you got Guardian of Law, maybe, just because you can hit multiple enemies, and it has 80% spell reduction and 40% skull reduction. So this is probably the second best Mythic in the Soulforge this week. It's 24 blue, yellow, brown, Sword's Edge, Divine Knight. Choose one. Deal 100 true damage to a chosen enemy, death mark them and drain their mana, or deal 100 damage to all other enemies. So it hits 3 enemies. It's kind of weird. And then the true damage you're hoping kills, so to death mark and drain their mana is kind of weird too. It's a weird troop, but it's, you know, it's like a B-. The thing that makes it like not horrible is the 80% spell reduction, 40% skull reduction. And that it hits multiple enemies. But, you know, it's like a B-, like I said. Something like that. Maybe even a C+. Second best in the Soulforge this week, though. We got Pan, and we got Voice of Orpheus. Huh. Voice of Orpheus has... It's old as hell, but I feel like it has, like, one use every once in a while. So, they're very similar. Voice of Orpheus and Pan, they're both super mid. I'll just give it to Voice of Orpheus. 22 red, yellow, purple, Leonis Empire, Divine Human. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by all other allies' mana. Cleanse all allies, then give all other allies 5 mana. The only thing that's good about it is the cleanse all allies. But you know who does that better and for cheaper and you can get it way easier? Queen Beatrix. Cleanse all allies with matching yellow gems. Impervious. So if you need a cleanse and for some reason you can't use Queen Beatrix, that's the only time this nippleless dude comes out. I think it's a dude. He has no nipples. That's why he has no power. That's why he doesn't get used very much. Pan is just damage and that's it. Literally just damage. It's not going to kill anything, most likely. If it does, it's like one enemy, and then it gives the turn to the enemy. 24 green, yellow, brown, Pan's Veil, Wildfolk Beast. Deal damage to 3 random enemies and knock them to the back. It's not even 4 enemies. And knock them to the back is the thing it gets on top of that, which is not good. And then it has no good traits except for Impervious, which is just an okay trait. You'd want to see something else in that third slot or first slot with Impervious. Impervious is never going to be awesome all by itself. It's good, and you want it, but you want something way cooler in third and first trait. Now, this is super, like, C-, you know, D+, super mid, just does damage, that's it. It's not a good mythic. If all it's doing is damage. Because what else is it doing? Dealing damage to 3 random enemies. That's what it's doing. Who cares about knock 'em to the back? Who cares about any of the traits, really? That's all it's doing. It sucks. So that is the Mythics and the Soul Forge. If you're going to get anything, it would be Phoenicia. But I would encourage you to keep saving, because Phoenicia is not a top 20 or top 30. Alright, Legendaries. We got Keeper of Souls. Scylla, Holy Saint Astra, and Ursuvius. So I think the most important one to get here would be Holy Saint Astra, so you can 50% start your Tesla. Tesla's super strong. It's the thing you're gonna use until you get Ruby Weapon, until you get Stellaryx, Chrysantherax, you're using Tesla. So you want to be able to 50% start Tesla. You want Holy Saint Astra. She did make our top 20 legendaries because of that, and only because of that she 50% starts Tesla. It was a debate, and she was at the bottom, but it's like one of the best legendaries just for that. 14 green, yellow, white helm, divine human. Give life and armor to all allies. Create a light storm and enchant all humans. 50% start for humans. Tesla is a human. You can make a team of babes. Scylla or Keeper of Souls, huh? Ursuvius is okay too. They're all okay. Holy Saint Astra's the best in top 20, but you don't craft any legendaries except for Tesla. Keep saving your diamonds up to get mythics. I don't know, man. Maybe Keeper of Souls here. Scylla's cool, but you got Bane of Ambition now that does this better. And, you know, yeah, Bane of Ambition just, like, kind of farted all over Scylla. I might say Keeper of Souls. They're close, though. 15 purple, brown, Keytar, undead, transform all gems of a chosen color to skulls. 50% chance to summon a white when an enemy dies. This is cool when you're making a skull team. To be able to choose whatever color you want, change them all to skulls. Get an extra turn, do some good skull damage. Troop Art's awesome. Scylla's up there, though. I still like her. Bane of Ambition, kind of use that whenever I used to use Scylla. I guess the colors, like, she uses different colors than Bane of Ambition, though. 15 blue, purple, Black Hawk, Merfolk Monster. Deal damage to the last enemy. There's a 25% chance to kill them. Submerge all other allies. Does submerge. So it's okay. Bone Storm on 4 or 5 gym match. But mostly I used to use it for Deadly Waters, not any of this. Like, if it got an instant kill, it was like bonus. And what was the other one? Ursuvius. It's like a troop. Don't forget about it, kinda. Like, sometimes you'll maybe use it. Urska or Urskaya. 17 red, brown, Urskaya, elemental Urska. Deal damage to all enemies, boosted by burning and enraged allies and enemies. 50% skull reduction, enrage myself when I take damage, 50% chance to burn a random enemy at the start of my turn. It's kind of like a forgotten, overlooked type of troop, because there's usually something better, but it's okay. Like in a world event, an Urskaya world event or something, or Urska world event or something, if there's ever that. Maybe. Alright, so that's all the troops. I would say it's a big pass, except for if you don't have maybe Holy Saint Astra and maybe Phoenicia, but I would still, if I was in control of your account, I would keep saving if you don't have Iron Hawk or High King Iron Gut or Takshaka. Keep saving. Alright, this weapon you get through the guild event. Don't get it here. These are Vulpacea weapons, except for the ones that are always here. We got Trickster Slice, which is nothing. It's poop. Fox Fang, which is an explodey. You do want those. Don't get them all, but get one that you don't have. Skulking Shot is poop. Foxfire Tome is a tool for your tool belt. If you already have all the explodies, you would get this next, because maybe you're making a full team of Vulpacea troops, and then it would work. If you don't do that, if you don't make your hero Spirit Walker Talker Caller, then it's not worth using it. Foxglove is interesting. I've only used it a couple of times, though. It's interesting, I would say. Convert all green gems to a chosen color or explode a gem and create 10 green gems. It's interesting. This is poop. These are always here. And that's it. So get you an Explodey or the book or Foxglove. I don't know. Whatever one you don't have out of those. It's cool to get a weapon that you don't have, especially if it's an Explodey or something useful like that, because they're kind of cheap. And even if you're saving up for a mythic, you might grab one weapon. Just don't grab every... I've seen people that grab every weapon they don't have, and then they run out of jewels, they run out of diamonds, and they still need mythics and stuff like that. Like, don't do that. Just because you can afford it, don't do it. It's the old toilet seat at the door. Somebody's knocking on the door with the toilet seat. Like, you don't buy it just because you have the money for it. Like, don't craft every weapon just because you can. You're going to need those diamonds and jewels for other stuff later. Like, save them up. Maybe get one that you don't have. Get the best one that you don't have. Best weapon you don't have. Anyway. So that was the Soul Forge. Let's do the shop now. Get your spoils of war. Spirit of Luck is the troop. 13 blue, purple, Vulpacea, Fey, Wargear, Ugly Troop Art. Choose one, give life to an ally, then barrier them. Or create 10 gems of a chosen ally's mana color, then enchant them. So not great, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'd ever choose that first option. I'd probably always choose the second option if I have to use this troop for some reason. Unless I'm saving something's life, like it's about to die and I really need it to live, then maybe the first option. But I think 90% of the time you're choosing that second option. I don't like it too much. Troop art sucks, but man, spell and traits aren't that good. Arcane Spirit Trait Stones, though, that's blue and purple, so this is where you get those. Save up your glory and buy these and trade everything you need to trait with it. Like Scylla, for example, is blue and purple, right? I think. Go check out all your blue-purple troops and see if you need to trait some stuff. I think Shoggoth is blue-purple, maybe. Scylla, Shoggoth, stuff like that. Event key drop table is Vulpacea. It's one of the newer kingdoms, but it has been out for a little while. The drop table isn't great, just mostly because of that. It hasn't been around long enough to get like a good mythic, good legendary. So here's what we got. So if you do event keys this week, these are the only troops you're going to get. And some of them aren't even in there. Like Stellarix is not in there. You have to do the eggs for this one. Foxfire King is awesome, but it's not in there. You have to go to the underworld and do chaos portals. So what you're looking at as far as mythics go are Aguara and Phoenix. So Super Dookie Doodoo or B tier mythic. Hits all enemies with true damage or summons, and it blesses and enchants a random ally when matching 4 or more gems. It's good, but it's not good enough to waste your event keys on, you know? And then you got Azaleas here, which is a newer legendary. It's it's a choose one. Choose one. Choose a mana color, convert 10 gems of that color to enchant gems, and bless all allies of that color, or choose... That's a giant sentence, isn't it? I haven't used it yet, but, you know, I haven't used this either. They're interesting. They're interesting legendaries. Like, all the legendaries in Vulpacea are kind of interesting. But, not super used, except for this one. I use this one. True damage to all, 50% started. Interesting legendaries, and one good mythic, one bad mythic is Vulpacea. Just not enough troops here to be throwing event keys at it. Todd used to be awesome, remember? He was with the sports, he got fired. He doesn't loop anymore. So, he would have helped the kingdom's case, but he went off the deep end, started doing meth. Alright, so that was the event key drop table. What else is going on this week? I can probably remember it off the top of my head. We got the holiday event going on. We got Tower of Doom going on. I did teams for both of those. Tomorrow we got Court of Foxes as our Tuesday faction event. We also have that on the weekend as our faction expansion. So if you come to the stream tomorrow, first of all, it's my birthday. So that'd be a nice present for you to come to my stream tomorrow. Second of all, you'll get to see the Court of Foxes teams that you can use for the weekend. Because it's the same thing. Tuesday faction event's the same as the weekend faction event, so it's only happened 2 or 3 times in the history of Gems of War that we have the same faction event on Tuesday that we have on the weekend. It's happening again. So if you come tomorrow, you got the teams for the weekend already. I'll try to make different teams on both streams if I can. Wednesday we have the leafy weirdo, I don't know this thing. The leafy foxy branch out of its head thing. Thursday we have Spirit Walker Talker Caller class. This one. And on the weekend we have Court of Foxes again. Faction expansion, Deep Delve, new troop. That's what's going on this week. Alright, last thing we got is Underspire. Like this. This is nothing, basically. Campaign. People were talking about it like, you gotta go out of your way to get stars now, but I'd never have to. So I don't know what they're talking about. Like, certain things don't give you stars now that used to give you stars or something. I don't know. But it hasn't mattered to me. But I play everything I'm supposed to play. Maybe if you're not playing things you're supposed to play, that's a issue. Underspire team. I've only been doing one team here because I feel like not enough people are doing it that should be doing it. So I'm like, screw it. Could do Stellarix. Stellarix is good. But what are you going to put with it? Definitely need mana generation. What do you put with Stellarix, though? I don't know. Foxfang?
They shall feel my fury.
Foxfang. Looks like the best option, I guess. Probably put it ahead of it. I might try that new troop because it does the weird gem thing. But I don't know if I have it yet. Is that the holiday troop? Yeah, it's the holiday legendary. Holiday legendary might be okay with Stellarix, I think. I don't know. It's just an idea. I think Phantom Fox I use for mana generation. And we need one more thing. Cause I'm alright. Could just throw this on there just to bless and enchant 4 more gems. I might do that. Stellarix can still catch a bunch of colors. I don't know. This team might be different by the time you see me on Friday, but Stellarix can still catch purple and green. And this is all. These are all to get it up. Like this blows up green. This blows up purple. You know what I mean? And those are the 2 colors that it uses. Or that's left. This doesn't use purple or green, this doesn't use purple or green, but they both explode those colors to go straight to Stellarix type stuff. But then Stellarix probably gonna have trouble looping, but purple could loop back with purple. Maybe we don't, you know, I might move it around or something. Alright, let's see. We got 3 yellows, we got 3 browns. Plus that's the weapon. Now if I minus green, that's gonna suck for Stellarix, but Might do it. Probably fine. We'll see. And then... probably just do like Titan. You can do Titan, or you could do green, or you could do purple. Titan, we have 3 brown troops, and... I don't know, sounds good to me. We can barrier our first slot. We could put Phantom Fox in first, actually, so we can summon, you know? We should do that. So now this has room to summon, you know what I mean? And it's not blocked or anything. I think we should do that little switch. And this is literally on the bottom just for its 3rd trait right now. I might be able to find something better. Mostly want, like, a trait. Like, even that would be cool. But I think I might stick with Phoenix for now. Could also help with damage if we get down, like, a really hard fight, I guess. Alright, let's try it. I don't know. Could do Foxfire King, double fire. You could do, like, Explodey Weapon, Foxfire King, something. Be, like, the mid. Maybe even Phantom Fox on the bottom. There's our weapon. Underspire is always slower than anything else because you don't have potions. Oops, I think I had a big brown extra turn up there. Idiot. I need an Anu for this, maybe? Hey, got itself back up. No! Free Lantern. Alright, let's put a... Do we have Anu on? We do. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do like 2 more fights just to make sure this works. What up, Daniel? How's it going, Yoke? Weirdly slow Monday stream today. I don't know. Slightly. Is it Tower of Doom? Do you guys just not like it? It said on the community survey that people don't like it, so I get it. I'm ready to eat lunch, so I guess if y'all don't need me, I'm ready to eat lunch anyway. Make sure you come through on tomorrow, though. I'm getting older, wrinklier. I need my spankings. Who will give me my spankings if you're not here? You. Hey, you out there, if you're not here, who will do it? Nobody. Mrs. Cindy would, but you know. I gotta make you feel bad. She's been kind of mean lately, honestly. She tripping. She always gets mean around my birthday. I don't know why. It's always this time. I think it's too hot out or something. It's hot. Knows. Stellarix. Alright, one more fight. We'll go highest level. We got 13. We got 15. So you go highest level to the door. That almost never fails. Like 95% of the time it works. And the only time it doesn't is on the first dragon. Occasionally. Might take you to the dragon, though. Like, I've had it not work one time, but instead it took me to the dragon doing highest level. So it really can't hurt. You need both anyway. Alright, this is working. I'll probably use it. You can do whatever you want with that last slot, though. If you feel like you want to use anything else, if you got a better idea for this last slot, my team is like these 3. But if you can think of something else for this last slot that you think is better, then go for it. You don't have to use Phoenix if you don't want to. I'm only using it for the 3rd trait. It's another, I could summon too, in a pinch, and it is more damage in a pinch. And it does use yellow and purple, which Stellarix throws a lot of that up on the board. So it was like a educated choice, but it's not necessary. Like if you don't have Phoenix or you want to try something else, like go for it. Just make sure it's doing something. Right? Usually a third trait or something that's going to go off every fight. Or has potential to go off every fight. You know, like on every team on every team you ever do, like everything on the team should be doing something. Or trying to do something to help the team. If you do a team and like you do like 20 fights and there's one troop on the team that just hasn't done anything for all 20 fights, then you probably should pick something else for that instead of that troop, you know what I mean? Like I'm super mana blocking this Phoenix, but at least it is doing Phoenix's blessing sometimes. Alright. That's it for today, y'all. Thank you, Chad and Tyrion. I think we had to backslide a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that was enough to keep us maybe at the gas station, but I don't think we're inside anymore. We probably got all the doors closed. We're pulling up to the we backslid a little bit. Like we're probably pulling up to the gas station now. We didn't make progress, but you made it to where like we didn't go back too bad, right? So you're keeping it 2 steps forward, 1 step back type of thing instead of backsliding all the way to the garage. So appreciate it. Putting the brakes on a little bit for me. It's a good thing. I'm trying to throw it in reverse and just not even look and just put the pedal to the metal in reverse. And you guys like put the brakes on it. Like, hold on, buddy. Put the brakes on a little bit. Pull the emergency brake. Like, what are you doing? Trying to kill us? So appreciate it, boys. My dudes. Times are rough all the way around. I feel you, dude. I'm really heavily considering, like, I gotta get another side hustle or something here. You know, this isn't my full income, but my other thing is suffering as well. And it's been going not so great also. It sucks that I've never had that happen before. Like I have 2 streams of income, and normally one would be doing really well, and the other one, I've never had them both like do really well, but I'd also like never had them both do horrible. It was like one was doing great and the other one was like doing okay, or one was doing great and the other one was sucking. But I've never had like both do really great, and I've never had both do really bad. But I'm about as close as I've ever been to both of them doing really bad right now. So, wish it was the other way around, man, at least once. But it was like either YouTube would be amazing or the other thing would suck, or the other thing would be amazing and YouTube would suck. But I could always count on one or the other. And recently, it's like they've both been sucking. And that's concerning. I might have to start door dashing or something like that. I know, everything costs so much, man. It's crazy. Nuts. I can't believe some people's car payments out there. I was watching a video. I'm lucky that my car payment's what it is. And I have a brand new 2024. It's not anything special. It's like just a little bit better than an entry-level vehicle, but I'm glad my payments aren't through the roof. Like some people are out there paying $700,000 a month for a car, dude. That's crazy. That would suck. And then like rent in certain states is pretty crazy. Like mine's crazy. My rent is crazy for where I live and like what I got for like the neighborhood is nice. It's okay. They didn't anyway, it's super high rent though for what they gave us. So between like the rent and the car payment, that's a lot of money a month, and then of course you got to pay electric and cable and phone and insurance, and the kids eat me out of house and home every week. I'll go to the grocery store, spend $300, $400 or something, and then they'll eat all the food in like 2 days. And then I'm like, God, come on, y'all. You don't have to eat a whole box of waffles and a whole box of cereal and like 400 frozen things and like a whole bag of chips and chug the whole thing of pop in the first day. And then Mrs. Cindy's like, don't say that, you know, they'll stop eating and blah, 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 and I didn't get to have food when I was a kid, yada, yada. I'm like, I know, but come on, man. They're like, I'm trying not to say anything, but they're Stone Cold Steve Austin waterfalling cereal all over the place and like eating a whole box of waffles in one sitting and like, geez, like they're starving or something, but they're not. Come check them out. They're not starving. They're very healthy. But anyway, it's expensive these days. Is Phoenicia worth crafting in the Soul Forge this week? It depends what you got or don't got, Sean. It's not a top 20 or anything like that anymore. It used to be very awesome. So if you're watching videos from 2, 3, 4 years ago, Phoenicia was the meta. Was Fomag. It was the best thing you could be running. But nowadays, with Chrysantherax and Cafru and Ruby Weapon and Stellarix and Tesla, and it's not anymore. So it's taken a backseat to many other things. Even just regular dragons, like Cosmic Dragons, Floral Dragons are probably better than Phoenicia now. Immortal, maybe some Immortals, I don't know. Phoenicia's still really good. It's an A tier mythic, something like that. Forget what I said, B plus, A minus, something like that. It's just like it didn't make our top 20 mythics. It wasn't even in consideration. It wasn't even in the honorable mentions anymore. So it depends what you got, basically. If you have all the top 20 mythics, then she would be a good one to get next. But if you don't have every single top 20 mythic, if you don't have 2, 3 Takshakas, 2, 3 Cafrus, 2, 3 Ironhawks, Iron Gut, Weaver, and Bane of Ambition, and like Zarg Boom Pile, if you don't have all of those and multiples of some of them, then you probably shouldn't get Phoenicia. I think it would make a really cool like first mythic ever. I feel if you're like treating yourself because you finally saved up 4,000 diamonds and it's like the first one you're ever crafting in the world. You could do better for sure, but if you want to treat yourself because it's your first mythic you ever saved up for, it wouldn't be horrible because you can pair it with Magma Dragon from the Underworld and like put it with like the Miraji Queen from the Underworld. It makes a really good team, but it's gonna eventually you're gonna put it in the back seat or put it in the drawer and never use it again. Type stuff. Jets. Tyrion says, and the cart is a lot emptier for the same price. I know. Yeah, I was exaggerating a little bit when I said I spend more like 300 than 400. If I go and get everything we need, it is definitely over 300. But I usually like I'd rather go more often and spend less, like Target shop, like budget shop. I don't know. She hates it though. Anyway, pre-Dragonite was #1. Now it's just above average mythic. If it will help you level up the kingdom is another reason to consider it. Yeah, that's always the tiebreaker, like the last thing I consider. Some people are way too heavy on that. Like, oh, it's from this kingdom. Huh, it's my excuse to get it. It's my excuse to be wrong and get this mythic that I should probably not get. It's from this kingdom, you know? But I use that as a tiebreaker. Like, if I'm on the fence and I could go one way or the other, whether I should get it or not, then what kingdom it's from is the tiebreaker. Like, is it from a good kingdom? Do I need that? Do I need another mythic from that kingdom? Is it going to help my kingdom level in power? Like, it's a tiebreaker for me, not a reason. But Sean, like I said, it depends, man. Depends what you have and what you don't have. How far you are in the game. It's not top 20. It's not top 30. I would say probably you shouldn't, because I doubt you have all the stuff I mentioned. Like 2, 3 Ironhawks, 2, 3 Cafrus, 2, 3 Takshakas, Iron Gut, Weaver, Bane of Ambition, Zarg Boom Pile, and there's many others. I have a top 20 mythic list out there if you want to check it out. You should probably get all of those before you get Phoenicia, and multiples of some of them. And there's easy stuff that's almost as good as her, so there's no reason to spend 4,000 diamonds on Phoenicia when you can go get Queen Beatrix, King Gobtruffle, Magma Dragon, an Immortal, a Flower Dragon. Tesla's a legendary that's really good that you could probably get. Yeah, just wait. That's probably the answer. Alright, y'all. I'll see ya. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Get about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time, which is tomorrow. My birthday. Old man getting older. We'll do the faction event. That's also the faction event for the weekend. I don't know. I got to think of something else to do, I guess. It'll be our birthday bash. I can open a bunch of vault keys or something. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope to see you there. Just show up to keep me company. Smash a cake in my face or something. Thanks for joining me today, Sean. Thank you, Sean. Tyrion, Jets, Daniel, Yoke, Nail, Ben. Got Chad the Clip Baum. Yandy was here. Yandy Marzo. The train with the tires on it. Tyrion with the 2, Chad with the 2. They're giving each other alley-oops, dunking it, doing 360 dunks, layups, pushing the brakes when I'm trying to go in reverse without looking behind me at full throttle. They're keeping us near the gas station. PJ was here. Not going to say your last name because seems hard. All right, Tyrion was first and here with me by himself for a minute. Then PJ came through, and then Chad. Top fan. So this is what YouTube determines. They think you're the top fan. It says Tyrion with the 250 experience was number 1. Chad with the 175 experience was number 2. And then we had a tie for third between Sean and Nailbin. So cool. My heroes today were Chad and Tyrion. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. And I appreciate every single one of y'all that was here. You could have been anywhere else, and you were here hanging out with me, and I deeply appreciate it. I really do. So I hope to see you tomorrow, though. Your in real life best friend's birthday is tomorrow, too. You know, Mark's birthday is tomorrow, too, I think. Mark Nugent. You first 5 or 6, yeah. You were first 5 of the... You were first 5... first 5 or 6 is what you said. That's true. Alright, I gotta go. I'm starting to... not be able to talk. I'll see you tomorrow, y'all. Hopefully I helped you out today. Bunch of teams, Tower of Doom, Holiday Event, Soul Forge, whenever that, Vinky Drop Table, you know, Underspire team. Come on.